Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to take a look at the old McNairy County Jail where Buford housed his prisoners. I know your time is valuable, so let's just cut right to the chase. We're on the top floor of the McNairy County Courthouse, and here's what it's like when you step off the elevator. You go up to an intake area of the McNairy County Jail. This is most likely where prisoners would turn over all their belongings. Here's a look at the area in general. Now prisoners are taken back to a cell block. As you can see, the restroom facilities are not quite private, and there's 8 bunks of hard steel to each cell block. Can you imagine what it would be like to sleep on that with a thin mattress at night? Next to it is a common area where prisoners could play cards, have meals, so on. Of course, all of these were not there back in Buford's day. Can you imagine what it would be like wondering when you'd get to walk out that door to freedom again? Outside the windows here is an exercise area on the very top of the courthouse. We'll get a better look at it in just a moment. You see from the trees how high up you are. Now, as you go through this door, you are entering a second cell block that is identical to the first, only flip-flopped. A little prisoner art. And this hallway leads to the exit. Next, we'll step over to the kitchen area where meals were prepared. The brown door to your right here is a storage room where Carl Pusser is said to have slept during his shifts. Another view outside, and the kitchen area itself. Now, as you step out from the kitchen area, we walk over to another cell, which was most likely either a holding cell for people who were intoxicated, and possibly a cell that was used to house the trustees that worked at the jail. Notice the picture at the end of the hall. This is the same area where that picture was taken. This is the area just outside the women's cell. Notice the sofa that's up against the wall, the table that Pauline is at. Then notice the date on the photograph itself, March 1967. This is a photo of Paul David English. He was a trustee at the jail. And this is the door that he went out on to the rooftop to smoke and was able to escape. He was a role model for Pinky Dobson in the second Walking Tall movie. And this is the women's cell, kind of austere. This is where Charlie Brown hung himself, allegedly. Notice the same steel bunks, toilet, shower. And this is the back of the courthouse. As you enter, you go down some steps, and immediately to your left is what they have as Buford's office. Notice the desk, the file cabinets, the chairs, even the stick on the wall. Almost directly across the hall from the office is Pusser's bath. I certainly hope the door did not have glass in it back then, so that could be quite embarrassing for someone. And next to this room is a room that's filled with memorabilia. Buford's clothing, the siren from his car, certificates, license plates, photos, all Pusser history. Now as you step out into the hallway and take a few steps, you'll notice a door to your left. If you turn and look inside that door, you get a view of Buford's office from the opposite side. Now as you turn and you get ready to go out in the hall, you notice that they have this about preserving the Pusser Legend. Seems to be a thing over here in McNairy County. Now here's the big secret. If you walk straight down the hall, the last door on your right and the one straight ahead of you is where Buford's office actually was back in his days as sheriff. It's now the forestry office. But of course, unless you ask, they probably won't let you know that this is actually his office right here. And there you have it, folks, a tour of the McNairy County Jail just about as it would have appeared in 1967. You got to see the cell blocks, the women's cell where Charlie Brown allegedly hung himself right before Buford left office. You got to see the kitchen area, the common area where Pauline and Dewana would spend time when they were at the jail. From there we went on downstairs to what we have always been told was Buford's office. The desk, the chairs, the stick on the wall, the whole 9 yards, only to find out that, much like the rest of the Pusser Legend, that wasn't his office at all. It was down at the end of the hall. At any rate, that's it for today. We'll be back next Thursday and we'll start looking into the ambush evidence again. So until then, just remember, the truth has no agenda.